very great experience that we all get to share in. Not many people make it to speech number 10 to earn their Competent Communicator Award. So this next speaker, this is his 10th speech.
Wow.
He's very influential in the flower market, both domestically and abroad. He is a marathoner, constant improving every aspect of his life. He's a great travel buddy, so if you have a long road trip that you'd like to go on, definitely, I highly recommend him. His speech, number 10, A Call to Action, Ferenc.
Fellow Toastmasters, dear President who has 3 roles today, a counter-president and also Thailand. And of course, dear guests, if there are any guests. I saw 2 new faces, but I'm not sure if there are guests or I haven't been here in a couple of weeks. I've got something to celebrate today. What is it? It's my wife's birthday. But it's important for her. For me, a little bit less. today is my 10th speech. Today is my 10th speech. Let's go a little bit back in time. 3 years ago, I came to Miami, and I arrived here, and I moved to the beach. And I'm going to admit it, and it's really serious. I was depressed for about 2 years here in Miami. And you think, because people that know me from the last 6 months, this guy is joking. But I was depressed. I was sitting at home, watching television, going to the beach, watching television. And I didn't feel good. And I was really thinking what I'm going to do in my life. And it was really serious stuff because you are fucking 38. It is time to do something. And the biggest problem, I think, if you are depressed or down, what are you going to do in your life? And I started to listen to audio tapes from Brian Tracy, Anthony Robbins, Les Brown, and I listened to them, and I listened to them, and I repeated the tapes, and I repeated the tapes. And I can really tell you those tapes, that they work. They absolutely work, or at least for me. Because I changed my life because of listening of the tapes. What did I do? I took a lot of action. I did explored a lot of activities. I did a lot of traveling. I really changed my life. I noticed that happiness, or I learned that happiness, it's about taking new challenges, taking new experiences. It's about growth. And that's what I actually did the last year in Miami. I joined, for example, Toastmasters. I was scared to death 6 months ago. I joined Toastmasters first in South Beach, or Miami Beach. I joined it 6 months ago. I was scared to death to talk in front of a group. I think most of us, they have experience. That's the reason we are joining Toastmasters. And the first time I came there, I was like, what is this for an environment? It looked for me like an AA meeting. People were so positive, friendly. And I was like, is this real? And I went back and I thought, if I go back for a second or a third and a fourth meeting, I don't have to become a member because you can enter as a guest. So I thought, as a guest, you don't get a role, so you just sit down and listen. And I was looking till my 4th time as a guest. I came in and I had to answer a table topic question. And I blanked. I didn't know what to say. And I was standing there and my table topic answer, it took me about 10 seconds. And then I decided that I'm going to master public speaking. And I'm going to master it. And I'm going to take action. And you get sick of it in the end of Toastmasters. But what I learned, and I come back later on Toastmaster, what I learned is I took in this year, and mainly by listening to a lot of those audio tapes and reading books and taking action, I learned to take out of my vocabulary or take out of my dictionary words like depression, negative, sarcasm. But mainly, and that's I think the reason that I get depressed, it's the word which I really hate, is to be effort. if you become average, you become depressive. That's what I was. I was becoming average. Never again, never again. And I put new words inside of me, which is positive, challenge, traveling, new experiences. That's what I put into my dictionary. I changed my life by taking action. I changed my life by doing a lot of new things, new stuff, new people, connecting, having fun. And it was great. Was it easy? No. But I think the biggest change, what for me made the biggest change, is to put finding happiness as my priority number one in life. The only thing, if people are saying, are you bored? No, I'm reading a book. Are you bored? No, I'm listening to an audio tape. Are you bored? No, I'm jerking off. I always do something with a purpose, at least for 90%. People don't like my style, and people don't like what I'm saying. That's okay. That's fine. You live your own life. I found my happiness, and I hope it will continue. I did it this year. I did so many things like running my first marathon, running half marathons. I read a lot of books. I went to seminars. For example, I went with Jerry to the convention in Toastmasters in Orlando, which was absolutely great. If I had time, if Anthony Robbins was not in the beginning of November in Orlando, for sure I would go to the Bahamas again. This is what I'm going to do. I planned my life for the next year. I'm going to run 17 half marathons in 17 different states. I'm going actually to run 50 different half marathons in 50 different states within 3 years. I'm going to run Vancouver Marathon in May. I just enrolled yesterday. I'm going to do 3 seminars the coming 4 months. Seminars from Anthony Robbins, but also from Michael O'Neill. I just take action. I'm traveling a lot. I went last week. I went to the Lost City in Colombia, which is a fantastic hiking tour. You go 4 days hiking into the mountains, up and down, up and down, up and down, with about 10, 11, mostly international people. It is great. Life is great. And the fun part is that I went from, let's say, 6 months till a year. I was bored, sitting in my apartment, doing nothing, didn't know what to do, till 6 months till a year later, then I'm looking for time. That is how quick your life can change. And I think that's for me, it's to put priority number one, to put finding your happiness at number one, and do things, and explore activities, become a member of Toastmasters, find friends, invite someone for coffee. We're going to go to Everglades again. Sunday, maybe.
You know it?
You had your chance, but you're invited again. What I want you to do is, and today I'm not here to celebrate my wife's birthday, which we're going to celebrate, which is okay. I'm not celebrating my 10th speech, of course. Yeah, I will happy if I get all the presents from you afterwards, that will be okay. But I'm actually celebrating that I learned this year, and I really mean this, that I got my life back. Yeah, it was a tough one. Are you taking your life back? Yeah? Take action. Do it today. Thank you.